Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. I'm so glad you're here. You guys, today we're talking Jeremy Clarkson. As you know, big fan. I sampled his diddly squat farm stuff before and really enjoy it here on the channel. And I've talked about how he's called out Hank and Skank previously. I'm here for that. Well, he's calling him out again, this time about the baby shower. So again, this is from the live chat on Sunday. Thank you to everybody who came out. Thank you to everybody who watched after the fact. I really appreciate it. But I thought you might enjoy hearing this part where we go into what Clarkson's calling out Meghan for and more about that over-the-top baby shower she had in New York back in 2019. So enjoy. Thanks for being here, everyone. Honk, honk. Jeremy Clarkson. We have a lot of thoughts on Jeremy Clarkson. We're fans of Clarkson. Jay loves Jeremy Clarkson, so that's why I saved it for him. He doesn't know about this yet. This came out today. Jeremy Clarkson slams Meghan Markle again over, quote, stupid and unroyal A-list baby shower held before. Don't even read that other part. You can make up your mind however Archie got here or if he's here or whatever you want to decide on that. But anyway, Jeremy Clarkson is out here talking about Meghan again, and I'm here for it. As you know, we reviewed his Clarkson farm stuff and loved it. And makes me love Jeremy Clarkson. He's now an honorary drunken goose. Honk honk, Jeremy Clarkson. But here's what I want to talk about with this. Okay. So the article itself, it's not overly juicy. He slammed her as over her, quote, stupid and unroyal baby shower, which she held before, however you think Archie got here. That one flew to New York by private plane for the shower with her A-list friends before the arrival of Archie. So in his column for the Sunday Times, Clarkson criticized both the event and Meghan Markle's private jet usage. And so I thought, you know what, that was a good time because I pulled up some lowlights from this baby shower and I thought we could talk about how ridiculous that whole thing was while giving Jeremy Clarkson a shout out because, you know, I'm Team Clarkson on this one. Yes, so I thought we could take a look at this, but I have some juicy facts from that baby shower I'd like to remind us all of. But let me here we go. I read that part, the stupid unroyal thing to do. So it's February 2019. Let's just talk about it real quick. So remember the Queen's ex-press secretary, Dickie Arbiter, also went on record to talk about how it didn't make any sense and it's more of a US tradition. So I thought this would be a good time to remind you all of how ridiculous that whole thing was. And then remember in Revenge, Tom Bower went into this. So I pulled back out my copy. You know, I love that book so much. And I started rereading that chapter to refamiliarize myself. And I have some juicy details for you here. You know how much that baby shower is, and he was very clear about this, and Lady C also in her book was very clear. They are estimation. They're estimating how much this thing costs. Do you know how much they estimate a 48-hour baby shower to cost for her? 325,000 pounds. So in dollars, as of today, I did the math, it's $414,618. $414,618 for that for 48 hours. So I broke that down per hour. That would translate to $8,638 an hour if that is the real figure. So many people are saying, think about how much that money could have bought school, like JB is pointing out, school supplies for how many kids and how much that money could have done good. They'll never do that. And, you know, and I'll, you know, in the spirit of fairness, I'll say this. Catherine is said to have had a baby shower. But the difference is with Catherine's, from my research, allegedly, what happened was it was thrown by Pippa. It was a very small thing. It was approved by the Queen. It was just a way to get her girlfriends together. I'm sure just to buy cute things. Like, I understand the want to buy cute things. You know, I have friends that do incredibly well, and I have friends that are not doing so well. So, you know, of course, the friends that are doing incredibly well, you probably won't buy as much for them, but I still want to buy like a onesie for a little baby, you know, or a rattle or something, you know, something nice. And I understand. I won't even begrudge her the idea of having maybe a small shower. One could argue that it's not necessary, but fine. But this is not what this was. It's speculated that they chose, it's called The Mark. because a quote directly from Tom Bauer, it allowed full frontal publicity. So they could have chosen anywhere. They picked the one that would allow them to have basically a a carpet set out front so they could do these pap walks back and forth, and they all use it as a merching opportunity. He thinks that this suite went for about £15,312 per day for the suite, which translates again in today's calculation, $19,534. I'm going to brag about wearing ripped jeans when I met the future king and queen, Catherine and William. And yet when I go to do quote unquote charity work, I'm using quotations because that grid happened to be snapping pictures. Remember when she walked down that all black outfit and it was like thousands of dollars to go do charity work. People pointing out Amal Clooney and her connection to this. It is alleged, there is a suspicion that the reason she was so involved in this is because she was also, maybe not have been her, it may have been George Clooney that was with Sunshine Sachs, who I believe Meghan was still with at that time. And so if that's the case, it could have been a favor called in, something like that, kind of like we see with WME sometimes, right? Lady C talks about it as well. This was great. Lady C dropped this nugget in her book, this quote that says, again, talking about the red carpet. Again, it's not red, but the carpet that Meghan kept walking back and forth, smiling for paparazzi at her baby shower. She's quoted as saying Meghan had a faint smile, as if she had a secret only she knew about. So use your imagination on what she's saying there and enjoy that very much. But she does point out it's seen as, quote, crass and vulgar, wallowing in a tasteless display of conspicuous consumption. That's exactly what it is. I wouldn't even begrudge her if she snuck away for a weekend with the girls and, whatever. But that's not what this is. Because again, Miss We Want Privacy going in and out of the front door posing for pap pictures. You remember? And oh, God, those pictures. Hanging out with Marcus and yeah, absolutely ridiculous. But I thought it was interesting that Clarkson's trotting this back out. I'm here for it. It gives us another time to circle back on how ridiculous that whole spectacle was, because it was a spectacle. Guys, a huge thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I love that Clarkson's calling her out again. I think that's great. I'm sure that'll tick them right off. Once again, I'm here for that. As more news comes out, I'll be talking about it. I'm so excited. I'll be recording with the twins and HG very soon, so look for that coming up. And, whatever these two are up to, I'll be talking about it. Thank you guys for being here. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.